Melbourne as a city is known for its live music scene and industry, often said to be the best in Australia. According to statistics in a recent study, Melbourne was even found to have the most music venues per capita in the world. So, we know that the live music scene in Melbourne is flourishing, but how does this scene actually work and operate? To give us more of an inside perspective, we spoke to emerging local band Poison Peril about breaking into the scene, staying original, and making a name for themselves.
Talking shit and drinking piss at a rubber pub in Ballarat. Spill my fitzies beer in the bathroom. Then I saw Will in the crowd drinking body cruises and looking fucking proud. Who knew what he'd say to me?
I'm Matt.
I'm Pat.
I'm Sam.
Cam.
We're from Poison Peril.
What's going on, everybody? Let's start getting a little louder. This is it. It's fucking hot up here. I like it. I like it.
Poison Peril are a great example of your Aussie live band, describing their music as a mix of genres best summed up as ultimate rock and indie rock with a punk influence. The band has been working hard and steadily, making their way into the Melbourne music scene. We were lucky enough to join them at one of their jam sessions, here drinking BBs and kombucha. It was a relaxed vibe and it was easy to pick up on the close friendship between the bandmates. They spoke to us about who they are, how they started playing live music, their early influences, and how they named the band.
Wow.
Well, it probably started in this room.
Yeah, actually, it did.
Basically, it all started. Pat was in a band called Birdhouse, and still is. I got real jealous. And then my little brother told me that he was thinking about starting his own band with Cam Bam, my man here. Sent him a Facebook message saying, "Yo, let's get this shit popping." And then we got Matty the Extraordinaire. We were sitting in my bedroom at home, slightly intoxicated one night. Once again, my little brother, he had a Batman poster, of a vintage hand-painted Batman poster.
It's like a comic strip, sort of.
Yeah, like an advertisement poster for the Batman, and it was Batman and the Poison Peril.
From 1946. Oh, me and Cam, we started jamming in like year 7 together, or year 8.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I was playing the guitar and I had no one to jam with really, so I told him to pick the sticks up, and so he did. Got lessons the next week, and yeah, now we're here. And Matty was playing music for a long time, but he was playing
Trombone, a little bit different.
Yeah. And Samo's been playing the Gap for a long time as well. And he's
I was 12, I started playing. My first ever musical instrument was a guitar. It was the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Blink-182.
Yeah, mine would have been Black Sabbath early on, because of my dad, and then Deep Purple, and eventually bands like Yes and The Cult and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, but I was Elvis Presley and The Doors, yeah, and a lot of Cold Chisholm, because my old man, and yeah.
I mostly grew up listening to rap, so I don't have any.
Anyway,
I think my first album was Jay-Z and Linkin Park, that Numb On Call, whatever it was.
The style of the band gives us a good insight into the local scene. They play a type of live music that is very accessible and followed within Melbourne at this point. The setup of the band is an example of a gritty, classic rock band with a tight connection that allows them to play at every standard music venue. Seeing as they are currently involved in the process of building their relevance within the local scene, we were eager to find out how they felt about the scene. How they got from being a bunch of friends jamming in a studio to being actually able to perform in Melbourne.
There's so many fucking talented people in Melbourne.
That's why it's hard.
But there's also like a lot of good spots. Like
They were pretty lucky, Daddy.
Yeah.
They have such a good
Lots of
scene.
opportunities.
everywhere as well.
Yeah, lots of places to play, lots of bands to play with.
And there's nightlife everywhere, which helps.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, Melbourne's great. We're still pretty fresh.
But in saying that, like most of our gigs so far, we were mates sort of helping us out and giving us a go. We were open for a lot of our mates' bands and
Yeah, it's good, especially starting out, because you might meet a new band, you get along with them, they have you on their show, you play to their mates, they play to your mates. You're gaining more of a crowd through these people.
Mm.
Even if it's like 2 or 3 people, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly. It's more people.
everything
so,
counts.
Yeah.
What we found most notable about the band's tale of the Melbourne music scene is how natural and self-sustaining it seems to be. In between raving about the fact that you can go out on any night of the week and see a band play live somewhere in town, the guys took the chance to tell us about how this fact is something that you need to use to your advantage. The scene is based largely around making connections with other bands in the scene. It all came across as a very natural process.
Well, it's pretty good because when a band is organising their own show, like a launch or whatever, it's kind of their job to look after the other bands that they've asked to support them. Usually they split the money between 3 or 4 bands, and depending on where you are on the lineup, you get your fair share, and also how many people get to the door. Unless it's
So-
like organised prior to the show or whatever, that it's
Yeah.
a free gig for something or.
Yeah, usually you get looked after pretty well.
Yeah, it's not tons, but it's good, you get something for
Little
some
something.
time.
And occasionally, I'm making you guys know a bit more, but you have to play shows where there's like just not many people who
Yeah.
rock up, which is
Yeah,
the
That's
way it is.
rough. Yeah, that's starting off. That's really rough.
Yeah,
Rather
you
than
do
play
that.
You
one
play
of
to the sound guy.
But that's how it starts. You gotta just play bad gigs for a long time until you work your way in and get to know a lot of people, and and then it snowballs. Hopefully, gets bigger and bigger.
But then again, at the end of the
Always
day, we're not super fussed about making money. We just want to get heads to the door. And
Yeah, play a good show.
After the boys explained the basics of how the scene works and how the community is built, we were curious to find out what their approach was to sustaining their career, what the next steps are after you've got your foot in the door.
We probably all should sit down and talk about this.
ultimately, we'd like to
Take
get some
over.
sort of a tour going.
Once we've got some songs out and all that sort of stuff, and a bit of a following going and that sort of stuff, we can start getting around the state and the country. And
Cherry Bar's pretty mad.
Cherry
Corner will be sick.
Corner, yeah.
Corner's
Yeah.
nice. The forum's alright.
yeah,
Margaret Court, maybe.
Line up around the corner.
I think the
Yeah,
corner
like-
would be a,
Top of the list.
Reasonable sort of.
yeah, a reasonable goal, yeah.
yeah. But we'd like to start getting some radio players to get into a wider audience.
Well, that's one of the things, because I joined a bit later, I can see, like I sort of saw the band that was already formed. You're sort of just doing what you want. One of our favourite songs is about 7-Eleven coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
Just sort of,
Just making music the way we listen to it.
yeah,
Mm. Now we're kind of, I think we're all feeling pretty good about what we're doing. So
we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is you don't have to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
You sort of just put it together and work it out.
Overall, it's clear to see that the Melbourne music industry is very much built around sharing music with your friends. Together with hard work, regular practice, and creative minds, it's still very much about just having a good time. But to really take it further, you require success with tours, or radio play to reach a wider audience. In saying that, we asked the boys if there was anything you could change about the Melbourne scene, what would it be?
If we could change one thing about the music scene in Melbourne, it would be getting it back to the old days where Bayside was like massively pumping with good bands, good Australian music. Because it's all, a lot of it is over towards Fitzroy, Brunswick, Collingwood sort of way, which is good because it's a good scene. But at the same time, bands aren't all from Fitzroy and Collingwood and all that, they're from everywhere. So yeah, it would be good to get a scene pumping back over this way,
Yeah,
but you know, we're not complaining at all. We love it.
It was obvious how much these guys value the opportunities that Melbourne offers to a band like them, having barely any words other than praise for it. Having made it clear to us just how great the Melbourne live music scene is and how much they love it, we wanted to get a couple of words from the band about their debut EP.
But a lot of the songs were written a long time ago, and I kind of just didn't have anywhere to take them. I just would bring a song to Cam and say, play something of this, and then he'd play it, and it's kind of where it basically started for a few of the songs, and then since then as well, since we've been in together, jamming and stuff, we've written a few more.
We'd usually jam them out and then see what we come up with.
Yeah.
We'd literally do like a few takes of different sort of sounds and then we'd sort of
Sit
go
and have a
with
think
that,
and
go what happens.
Yeah.
Because we got our debut single launch on the 1st of June at Last Chance Rock and Roll Bar.
We decided to call it Poison after
Just because.
the band sort of a thing.
And I think it's
good thing.
It's also one of our sort of strongest songs. It seems to get a pretty good positive response every time we play it. It showcases a lot of our sort of different talents. It's got a few different sort of genres in the song.
It really sort of gets their moment as well, type of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. A good kind of platform for everyone to see what we're about.
Yeah.
Right through your braces now.
In the end, as students studying the Melbourne music scene, we couldn't help but be impressed. We never expected the scene to be so natural, and to receive so much praise from people involved in it and trying to make their impression on it. One last thing we asked Poison Peril was to describe the vibe they want to leave with their audience when they come and see a show.
Sore
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sweaty.
Dude,
And,
Definitely sweaty.
yeah, and like wanting more. Yeah.
Like that a good time.
But definitely sweaty more than
We want to thank Poison Peril for being so helpful with all their insights. We look forward to seeing and hearing more from them in the future. They are definitely a band to look out for.